15 strange facts about Russia, where women are most easily lured. Russia evokes images of vast birch forests, ancient cities, and hospitable people. This country has long attracted tourists with its magnificent beauty, unique culture, and long history. But Russia is not just about pleasant things. Behind this beauty lies a vast country with many autonomous regions and diverse living conditions, leading to challenges in unification and governance. Contradictions and oppositions permeate every aspect of people's lives, creating a mysterious and intriguing portrait of Russia. Have you heard stories about beautiful girls being deceived by fake modeling agencies? Or do you know where the coldest village in the world is? Russia is a place with such extraordinary and surprising things. Let's explore the scam of beautiful women in Russian modeling agencies and the 15 most interesting facts about this nation. The Russian modeling industry is filled with dangerous traps, especially for young girls dreaming of transforming their lives with their beauty. Model agency applications mushroom after a rainstorm, promising golden opportunities to girls meeting their criteria. However, behind the glamorous invitations are often scams, pushing girls into hopeless and desperate situations. Thousands of Russian girls receive invitations from model agency applications daily. These invitations typically come with strict selection criteria, such as being under 25 years old and taller than 160 centimeters, to create an impression of professionalism and credibility. However, this is just the first step in a carefully designed trap. Once the girls step into these ghost companies, they are promised personal photo shoots for their portfolios. However, these photos are often taken in compromising angles, intended for blackmail or sale to individuals with malicious intent. To have their portfolio photos taken, the companies charge fees up to $1,000. Trusting the fake prestige of the company, the girls pay the fees and provide photos, unwittingly handing over their fate. The scammers exploit the girls' information and images to sell them to rich men from Russia, the UK, and the US, promising marriage. The girls, eager to transform their lives with their beauty, easily fall for the sweet promises and lose themselves. Many naive girls are lured with promises of high-paying modeling jobs in countries like Dubai and Saudi Arabia. However, once there, they are forced into prostitution to survive, becoming victims of human trafficking and losing their freedom. The management of modeling agencies in Russia has many shortcomings. The government lacks the capacity to verify the authenticity and reliability of these organizations, leading to many fraudulent companies exploiting girls' dreams of a better life for profit. The girls invited to these companies after submitting their applications are often unaware of what awaits them. They line up, each holding onto the hope of a bright future in the West. However, they are then judged based on their age, body measurements, and beauty, turning their dreams into commodities. Many Russian girls join modeling agencies due to low incomes and limited career advancement opportunities in other professions. Despite Russia's good education system, salaries in many intellectual professions are very low. Meanwhile, the modeling profession, with its glamorous image and high income, becomes an ideal destination for young girls dreaming of a better life. The preference of fashion brands for beautiful, well-proportioned Russian models further enables fraudulent companies to thrive. Beauty becomes a double-edged sword, making young girls easy targets for scams and exploitation. What do you think about these scams? Leave your comments below. Russia is where many girls are living the lives of modern-day slaves. It is worth noting that, contrary to common thinking, educated and skilled people can still be deceived and become slaves. Like the model scam, new graduates are lured into jobs that promise high salaries. About 99% of these people could never believe that this could happen to them. However, human traffickers often choose poor people as targets to prey on. Victims are often promised high-paying jobs but must travel long distances. However, they are soon disillusioned when they discover they were being sold to brothels. In terms of profits, the brothel industry is second only to drug trafficking. According to estimates, there are at least 8,000 female slaves in Russia. The actual number is probably much larger. The supply of slaves in Russia was mainly from Ukraine, Moldova, and the Baltic states. In addition, Russian brothels are currently in the fashion of recruiting many foreign slaves from women trafficking lines from Vietnam, China, Central Asian republics, and African countries. Paradoxically, while the scale of this industry has grown strongly, Russian officials do not pay much attention to building shelters for victims of human trafficking to have a place to stay. Russia is grappling with a serious gender imbalance issue with significantly more women than men. This ratio is so skewed that it's likened to the country's obsession. Statistics reveal that Russia currently has over 78 million women compared to just 67 million men. This translates to a staggering 1,170 women for every 1,000 Russian men. The highest disparities are seen in younger age groups, especially within the 20 to 34 age brackets. Several factors contribute to this gender imbalance in Russia. The primary reason is the higher mortality rate among men. The average lifespan of Russian men is much lower than that of women, largely due to factors such as alcoholism, traffic accidents, and violence. Russia has witnessed numerous wars and conflicts throughout its history, leading to a high number of male casualties. Remarkably, by the age of 60, for every Russian man, there are 2 women due to higher male mortality rates. Consequently, society has shifted from the traditional family model, where the man is the head of the household, to a more egalitarian partnership model where spouses share equal rights and responsibilities in decision-making. Furthermore, Russia, like most Western nations, is on the verge of a demographic time bomb. According to a United Nations report, under the worst-case scenario, Russia's population could decline to 83.7 million by 2100 if the birth rate doesn't improve. The gender imbalance in Russia is leading to serious repercussions for society, such as difficulties in finding a partner. With more women than men, finding a partner becomes even more challenging for Russian women. The shortage of men in the reproductive age group leads to a decline in the birth rate, affecting Russia's population growth. Would you like to get acquainted with a Russian girl? Feel free to leave a comment below. Many people observe that Russians appear cold and unexpressive, leading to their frequent inclusion in the list of the world's least friendly countries. According to Daria, CEO of G Adventures, Russians are taught not to smile in school. This stems from the traditional belief that smiling indicates a lack of seriousness and sincerity. Therefore, their reluctance to express emotions through smiles does not necessarily imply discomfort or lack of goodwill. Behind every smile there's always a specific reason. Russians are no exception. However, it's essential for those witnessing these smiles to understand the reason behind them, otherwise they might feel uneasy, always wondering why the other person is smiling. Additionally, smiles in Russia must be context appropriate. It's unheard of for Russians to smile in challenging situations, or when those around them are facing difficulties. The image of Russians as aloof and reserved may make tourists feel apprehensive and find it challenging to communicate. However, most Russians are very friendly and willing to help when asked. They may not flash a radiant smile like Westerners, but they show concern and support through practical actions. Russia is famous for its unique customs, traditions, and deeply ingrained superstitions dating back centuries. Some common superstitions related to money and luck include rubbing a dog's paw with the left hand, tossing coins into Peter the Great's boot to make a wish, or sprinkling salt over the shoulder before leaving. These actions are believed to bring luck and prosperity to the performer. Another unique superstition relates to housewarming. Russians believe that the first person to enter a new house will encounter misfortune, even death. Therefore, they often send a cat, a creature believed to have 9 lives, into the house first. If the cat refuses to enter, they will demolish the house and rebuild it elsewhere. Moreover, when giving gifts, it's considered unlucky to give an empty wallet. Russians believe that giving an empty wallet to someone is akin to cursing them with eternal poverty. When giving a wallet in this country, it's customary to include some symbolic money or any item you fancy. Many Russians believe in supernatural powers and often use talismans to seek good luck or protect themselves from harm. Some common talismans include the symbol of the cross, horseshoes, or talismans made from natural materials like gemstones or wood. While these eccentric superstitions may lack scientific basis, they still play a significant role in the cultural and spiritual life of Russians. They provide comfort and hope, connecting them with generations past. When it comes to Russia, people often immediately think of glasses filled with vodka, a beverage closely associated with the culture and life of the people there. The image of Russians happily drinking vodka at the table, toasting with a glass of vodka, has become a familiar stereotype, even a source of pride for the country. However, this also raises the issue of alcohol abuse, especially vodka, in Russia. Drinking alcohol, especially vodka, has long been an integral part of Russian culture. Vodka is seen as a symbol of hospitality, bonding friendships, and expressing masculinity. On holidays, festivals, or simply gatherings with friends, vodka is always an indispensable drink. Although alcohol consumption is a part of the culture, the current level of vodka consumption in Russia is alarming. According to statistics, on average each Russian consumes about 17.28 liters, much higher than in other countries around the world. Poland, the second highest consumer of vodka, is at around 13.71%. Famous for its harsh winters, Russia boasts a unique village that leaves everyone in awe. Oymyakon, located in the Sakha Republic, is dubbed the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Situated in the valley of the Indigirka River, Oymyakon is surrounded by majestic mountains. The climate here is extremely severe, with winter lasting up to 9 months of the year. The average winter temperature drops to as low as -50 degrees Celsius, and the lowest recorded temperature here was -71.2 degrees Celsius in 1933. Despite the harsh weather conditions, Oymyakon remains home to around 500 people. The residents of this area have adapted to this unique living environment by constructing sturdy houses, wearing thick clothing, and using special means of transportation to navigate icy conditions. Life in Oymyakon is far from easy. Outdoor activities are limited due to the extremely low temperatures. Even simple tasks like walking or driving require careful preparation. However, the locals have grown accustomed to the slow pace of life and enjoy the unique beauty of the pristine nature here. Despite the harsh conditions, Oymyakon still attracts tourists to explore and experience life in the coldest place on Earth. Visitors can participate in activities like dog sled rides, ice fishing, hot spring bathing, or simply admire the majestic scenery of the snow-covered landscape. Would you like to visit this place? Share your thoughts below. Russia is known for many peculiarities, and one of them is the beard tax. While it may sound like a joke, it was a real decree issued by Peter the Great in the 17th century. In the 17th century, Russia was still a conservative country with many customs different from those of Western countries. Peter the Great, an ambitious czar, aimed to integrate Russia with Europe and modernize the country. One of his goals was to change the style of dress and appearance of the Russian people, and he believed that shaving beards would be an important first step. In 1698, Peter the Great issued a decree banning all Russian men from wearing beards. Those who wanted to keep their beards had to pay a relatively high beard tax. The tax rate was classified according to social class, with the nobility paying more than peasants. There were several reasons behind Peter's decree. Firstly, he wanted Russia to resemble European countries where beards were no longer common. Secondly, Peter believed that beards were a symbol of antiquation and backwardness. Thirdly, he wanted to increase revenue for the national treasury. The beard ban decree faced strong opposition from the Russian people. Many saw it as an infringement on their traditions and culture. Some even rebelled against Peter the Great. However, Peter remained steadfast in enforcing his decree, and ultimately, the Russian people had to comply. Number 6. Russia has the deepest lake in the world. Renowned for its majestic beauty and unique ecosystem, Lake Baikal is Russia's pride and recognized by UNESCO as the deepest lake in the world, with an impressive depth of 1,700 meters. Located in southeastern Siberia, Baikal is a hidden gem amidst pristine nature, attracting visitors from all over the world with its magnificent beauty and unique values. With a vast surface area of 31,500 square kilometers, Baikal is likened to a giant sea holding a massive volume of unfrozen freshwater, accounting for 20% of the world's total freshwater reserves. Lake Baikal is home to more than 2,000 species of animals and plants, with over 80% of species being endemic to the region. The diverse and unique ecosystem of Baikal is evidence of the miraculous evolution of nature, attracting the attention of scientists and adventure-loving tourists. Furthermore, Lake Baikal was formed 25 million years ago, making it the oldest freshwater lake in the world. Its long history, coupled with geological upheavals, has created a majestic and unique natural landscape for Baikal, with towering mountains, sheer cliffs, and mysterious caves. With its unique natural, cultural, and historical values, Lake Baikal was recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1996. The conservation of Baikal is the collective responsibility of the international community to preserve this valuable and unique natural heritage for future generations. Number 5. Ban on gender reassignment surgery in Russia. Russia is an extremely homophobic country. Russia has a long history of discrimination against the LGBT community. Homosexuality was considered a crime until 1993, and since then, the LGBT community has continued to face discrimination and hostility in many aspects. In 2013, Russia passed a law banning homosexual propaganda for minors. a law that has been used to suppress LGBT activists and prevent the sharing of positive information about the LGBT community. In 2020, Russia's constitution was amended to ban same-sex marriage. The LGBT community in Russia often faces violence, harassment, and discrimination. Violent attacks targeting LGBT people are not uncommon, and perpetrators are rarely prosecuted. The LGBT community also faces discrimination in employment, education, and housing. In 2012, Russian President Vladimir Putin signed into law a ban on gender reassignment surgery in the country. The law, aimed at tightening control over what lawmakers describe as the gender reassignment industry, prohibits legal gender changes and medical interventions related to gender reassignment, except for serious medical reasons. Currently, the management of drugs and surgeries related to gender transition will only be allowed in cases necessary to treat genital anomalies in children. The law states that only clinics licensed by the Russian Ministry of Health can make decisions about such treatment methods and issue related certificates. People in Russia can no longer freely change their gender on their identity cards and other legal documents. Those who have undergone gender reassignment may not be allowed to adopt children under the new law. Married couples may also have their marriage declared void if one of them changes gender. What do you think about these laws in Russia? Leave a comment to share your opinion. So we have explored the scams targeting beautiful girls in Russia and interesting facts about this country. What do you think about this country or the scamming tricks of companies? Do you want us to cover another topic? Remember to comment and share your thoughts with me. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on our latest videos. See you in the next video. Number 4, Tetris originated from Russia. Do any of you like playing Tetris? Comment below to let me know. When it comes to the most classic and popular electronic games of all time, Tetris cannot be overlooked. In 1984, at the Matryoshka Computer and Electronics Research Institute in Moscow, scientist Alexei Pajitnov came up with a creative idea for a new electronic game. He drew inspiration from the Pentomino puzzle game he played with his son and adapted it into a unique electronic version. The game was named Tetris, derived from the Greek word tetragon, meaning 4 squares, symbolizing the tetramino blocks that make up the game. Tetris was initially only internally distributed among scientists and programmers in Russia. However, the game's appeal quickly spread, attracting the attention of international software companies. In 1986, Tetris was licensed to Spectrum Games, marking a significant turning point in its journey to conquer the world. Tetris quickly became available for personal computers and consoles, becoming a global phenomenon. Tetris versions for IBM PC, Nintendo Entertainment System, and Game Boy were the most successful, contributing to bringing this game to millions of players worldwide. Tetris is not just a simple electronic game but also a symbol of popular culture. The image of colorful tetramino blocks has become familiar, appearing on various products, films, and even used in education. Tetris is considered one of the most influential electronic games of all time, inspiring countless other puzzle games in the future. Number 3, chess, more popular than football in Russia. Chess is not only a mere entertainment game but also an indispensable part of Russian culture and history. This game has been present in Russia from a very early time through many ups and downs, and still holds an important position in the spiritual life of the people here. Chess entered Russia from the east around the 7th to 9th centuries. Initially, this game was only favored by the nobility and was seen as a symbol of elegance and intelligence. However, by the 18th century, thanks to the widespread efforts of Peter the Great, chess gradually approached ordinary people and quickly became popular throughout the country. Compared to football, the most popular sport in Russia today, chess has a much longer history of development. While football only became popular in the 20th century, chess has been favored by Russians for hundreds of years. This reflects the differences in the culture and interests of the Russian people through different periods. Chess reached its peak of worship during the Soviet era. The Soviet government saw chess as an effective propaganda tool, demonstrating the intelligence and strength of the country. Soviet chess players were trained systematically and sent to international competitions, bringing glory to the motherland. Today, chess is still a widely loved sport in Russia. Chess clubs are established everywhere, attracting players of all ages. Chess is seen as a way to train intelligence, logical thinking, and problem-solving skills. Number 2, the longest railway in the world. Not only does Russia have the deepest lake in the world, but it also owns the most unique and impressive railway line on the planet, the Trans-Siberian Railway. Connecting the capital Moscow, In the west to the far eastern city of Vladivostok, this railway line stretches 9,289 kilometers, crossing 8 different time zones, offering travelers an extremely special exploration experience. Ordered by the Russian government on March 9, 1891, the Trans-Siberian Railway is a symbol of the country's development and modernization. Building this railway line was an extremely bold and challenging project requiring extraordinary efforts from millions of workers over 133 years. Finally, on June 21, 1904, the railway line was completed, marking an important milestone in Russia's transportation industry. Traveling on the Trans-Siberian Railway is an opportunity for tourists to admire the diverse and majestic natural beauty of Russia. From golden rapeseed fields to vast primeval forests, from snow-capped mountain ranges to pristine blue lakes, tourists will experience an extremely impressive natural landscape. Number 1. St. Petersburg has more bridges than Venice. Located on the Baltic Sea coast, St. Petersburg is known as the Northern Venice for its unique beauty, with a system of intertwining canals, charming bridges, and a romantic atmosphere. Over 300 years ago, Peter the Great Tsar of Russia, envisioned building a new Amsterdam here. In 1703, Peter the Great chose the untouched Neva marshes to build the new capital of the Russian Empire. He wanted to turn this city into a cultural and international trade center on par with major cities in Europe. Inspired by Amsterdam, Peter the Great had a system of wide canals built, turning St. Petersburg into a city of water. These canals not only served transportation but also contributed to embellishing the urban landscape, creating a unique and distinctive beauty. Today, St. Petersburg has over 60 different canals winding through 42 small islands and connected by over 500 bridges. These bridges have various architectural styles, from classical to modern, contributing to the city's unique attraction. Tourists visiting St. Petersburg can participate in boat tours to explore the canal system, admire the unique architectural structures along the canal banks, and enjoy the romantic atmosphere of the city. So we have explored the scams targeting beautiful girls in Russia and interesting facts about this country. What do you think about this country or the scamming tricks of companies? Do you want us to cover another topic? Remember to comment and share your thoughts with me. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on our latest videos. See you in the next video.